Welcome back, everyone. It is upon us. After years of waiting, several false misstarts, maybe one or two good ones in the mix, Justice League is here.
No rumors.
We just watched it, and we have some thoughts. So we're this is on the Real Reviews. We're reviewing Justice League, DC's newest movie. We're gonna talk about this thing. Joining me today is Mr. Johnson.
How y'all doing out there in the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Twitterverse or wherever you're watching this from?
Anyone of those places. We love all those places.
All of those places.
Mr. Woods.
What up?
Man. Okay.
Non-spoiler.
This is all non-spoilers. Yes.
Non-spoiler.
You are right. We will have a very lengthy spoilers discussion.
Yes.
But we wanted to see it this tonight so that we could tell you what we thought about it, and then you can go watch it and make your own opinions and tell us how wrong we were. So, with that said, why don't I start off? Who wants to talk about this thing first?
Don't matter.
All right. Since you spoke.
Yeah.
Tell them what you think. What'd you think? No spoilers.
It wasn't even whack.
Is that the bar? Is that the new bar?
It wasn't even
whack.
DC
movie?
For a DC movie, it wasn't even whack. Because the bar is so low for them.
Jeez.
So if a film is okay or just is like that's good. It's a step in the right direction. I'm not even trying to downplay the movie. It was an entertaining film. Well, if I was to compare it to Thor Ragnarok, I would say I had more fun watching Thor Ragnarok because that's the most recent movie to come out. You feel me? But it was an enjoyable film.
Now, when we say they're coming off of a down note, Wonder Woman was a very big up note.
Yeah,
everybody loved Wonder Woman.
BVS was trash. Suicide Squad was trash, and like Wonder Woman was self-contained. It wasn't like a ensemble cast. Suicide Squad was an ensemble cast, and Batman was in it. You feel me? So it kind of tied back to this whole extended universe. Like Wonder Woman is like in the past before most of them was even born. You feel me? So this is kind of its own standalone thing. She's a part of the universe, but it's kind of removed from it. That was a good film. But as far as like this whole like Justice League type thing, I mean, this was like the first good one they got.
But you feel good about it.
It wasn't even whack.
Wasn't even whack.
Well, that is a, ladies and gentlemen, that is a new bar. It wasn't whack.
It wasn't even whack. Coming on shirts.
Hey, there you go. Whack. Mr. Woods.
Yes, sir.
What'd you think about this thing? Non-spoilers, of course.
It wasn't even whack.
Oh man,
he concurs.
This is a twofer.
Yeah, listen, man. I mean, this is non-spoiler for me with the Justice League, and I agree with what LeVar was saying. And the essence of what he was saying is that, as far as the cast all coming together and what we were watching on screen, yeah, are there some legitimate flaws throughout the film? Of course, but for what I was given, for what they were dealing with, for what they were working with, I'm okay with it.
It wasn't even whack.
And I enjoyed the interactions with the characters, with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. Like it worked.
Wait, hold on. Superman's in this movie?
Spoiler.
Botched that up.
I was being cognizant not to say that because I wanted to say it.
I botched that up.
But no more of those.
No. But you know what?
And hope never dies.
I mean, they kind of told you themselves, and even if you watch the trailers, they showed him in it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I want to be. Hang on. I'm sorry. I want to be. Hang on. I want to be completely respectful to anyone that is watching. If you didn't know Superman is this movie,
smack yourself
you're a dumbass.
right now.
I'm sorry.
Smack yourself.
I'm sorry.
But
you should have known.
But all right. But no, I feel bad. I feel bad because I just
you didn't let no cat out no bag, bro.
You sure? I feel like I just
everybody knew.
I just completely spoiled.
We just told them that the sky was blue and water was wet.
Well, as soon as you walk in the theater, it's a big ass poster of Superman by himself that says "Hope never dies."
Oh, is there? Okay.
It's right there. As soon as before I even got in the movie.
All right.
So it's just like, man,
Well,
you ain't letting out the back.
Thank you, my co-host, for saving me on this spoiler. I mean, it's
You
supposed to
gotta
be
pass.
non-spoiler,
You gotta
and
pass.
I completely,
Now
you
be
know,
careful,
dropped
'cause
that.
you
I
know.
did. I know. I'm teetering, but no, I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the character interactions. Some of the fight scenes were cool. There was some jokes that were, it wasn't forced. I didn't feel like the jokes were forced. And again, is there some flaws with this movie?
It's not a perfect movie.
It's not a perfect movie, but have I seen worse? Of course.
Of course.
In the superhero realm, I could think of one right off the
BVS.
top.
DC
yeah,
world?
BVS. Exactly.
It's like 10 times better than BVS.
So, I mean, look, hey, LeVar,
We'll talk about it in the spoilers.
LeVar said it,
But, yeah.
that it's a very low bar that they have to jump over. And sometimes you don't know if DC can make that low bar. But unfortunately,
bro.
I want them to make that bar. Let's be clear. But, you know, they passed the bar this time. But typically, you don't know.
It's definitely a step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Another thing I will say about this movie is I feel like they had fun making it. It wasn't this whole dark tone. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they're more into having fun. You could tell that the cast had fun with each other making it.
Right.
You know?
There was a lot of smiles.
Yeah.
A lot of smiles.
a lot of smiles in the trailer. So, okay, so I have thoughts about this thing.
Not too many thoughts.
No spoilers.
No
Don't
spoilers.
spoil it like I just did.
No. I'll try not to.
All right.
But I will say the movie felt like a correction, and I will say
That's what it was.
at times it felt like an overcorrection. There are many places in the movie where it felt like they went out of their way to let them know, hey, we're having fun.
Right.
Let's just be sure we're not dark and dour. And I will say that it falls within the canon of what we've seen so far.
Right.
They completely changed the tone.
Is just, it's a different movie. This is the most Marvel movie that DC has ever made.
Well, thank this guy for
Joss Whedon. And that's the other thing. So the movie really feels like there were
a Joss Whedon movie.
No, I think it felt
felt
like
like
there were
Avengers
two
1?
directors. I do, and I could see spots where it's like, okay, this is Zack Snyder's vision, and then this is what Joss Whedon tried to do.
Right.
And I think that I am actually watching the film. I think it could have used another 10 to maybe 15 minutes just to flesh out some of the scenes, because there's some story beats that don't really make sense. Not anywhere near as bad as BVS. But
It
there's
could definitely
something,
be like 20 minutes long.
you know, and there's certain things that happen where it's just like, well, why are we doing this now? And I think we could, with more context, it would have made sense. And I'm gonna say now, I definitely recommend this movie. But that said, I am really looking forward to hopefully one day Zack Snyder 3-hour cut.
Oh, you mean like the director's cut of...
Well, which director, right? Because Zack Snyder was not able to finish the film because of his family tragedy, personal problems, and Joss Whedon came in and had to meet a predetermined date, and so he comes in sort of in the last third of the time, and they had to put it
beyond
together.
that, the studio said they didn't want it to be longer than 2 hours.
Right, there was a hard mandate because.
So imagine how hard that is. It's like you coming in to finish directing a movie, and it can't be pressed.
Yeah, and again,
it's not, exactly.
It's not.
On top of that, not only are you
from
doing this, but now they're saying no, cut it to just 2 hours. Exactly.
So, you know,
But you would recommend it?
No, I absolutely recommend it. I like it, and now
you don't sound enthused.
No, because it's the movie.
It wasn't even whack.
There's a lot. There's There's a lot of.
That's the general consensus.
Right.
It wasn't even whack. Nobody's saying it's great, but it wasn't even whack because the way you're talking about it, you just seem like It was good. It was like I was entertained.
No, I'm trying
but
to.
I'm underwhelmed.
I'm
Trying to non-spoil this
Well,
thing,
I mean,
right?
you know, if I could talk,
Yeah.
I am trying to
It's a
say
rarity.
some things without spoilers. So I'm choosing my words carefully. That may be why I don't sound excited. I really enjoyed the movie, and just it's only been sitting on with me for a couple of hours, and I'm liking it the more that I think about it. But it did feel like an overcorrection, and they went a little too far to go out of their way to have everyone smile. And it is, you know,
Well, would
you
rather
can
be
see
depressed?
the seams, and that's okay. And that said, I wanna sort of bring this back to you guys before we score this thing.
Right.
I want to play a little game, and I want us to rank. There have been
Are,
five.
are we going to do that
DCEU
right
movies.
here, right now?
We're gonna do that right here, right now.
Okay.
This is number one.
Wait,
Wonder Woman is number
hold on,
two.
Let
hold
him-
on,
let
hold
him-
on.
let him
Let me
introduce
just
it. Let
list
him-
the movies.
I know
So
what they are, bro.
We have Man of Steel, and then we had
You're wasting time because I could just
BVS,
name them.
and then we had Suicide Squad, then Wonder
Straight
Woman,
no
then
chaser.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Now,
So you
please
just
go ahead.
Twice the time. Number one would be this one. Number two would be Wonder Woman. Number three would be Man of Steel. Number four.
Here's where it
Shit.
gets difficult.
This is where it gets
You
dicey.
said you had to figure it out.
It'd have to be BVS because Suicide Squad was complete trash.
There you go.
Suicide Squad also didn't have Lex Luthor, but
Yeah, but it still wasn't better
it's
than
the
BVS.
Woods. How you gonna flip this thing?
Well, number one for me is Man of Steel.
Good choice.
Number two is Justice League. Number
Okay.
three is Wonder Woman.
With you so far.
Now 4 and 5, man. A tale of two trash bags. Oof. Look, I don't want to
Lex.
draw this out.
Martha.
Thank you. Yo, Suicide Squad is 4, BVS is 5, man.
Really? It's just like what redeeming
Martha.
qualities is there
No,
about Suicide
no,
Squad?
but what? But
I mean,
Martha wasn't in it.
No,
and
but
neither was
Ma-
Lex.
Martha- man.
it still wasn't a better movie.
once
than
he
BVS.
said Martha, it's just
that
like
was
nah.
that was trash. That was straight trash.
Lex Luthor putting the Jolly Rancher in the dude's mouth.
Man, if we want to go there, dude, you could talk about Man of Steel,
Nah, but that's one bad part in a otherwise.
and Lois was
very
bad
good
in that
movie.
crap too.
All
Like,
right, so
we're not even talking about that movie.
we're not. But
yeah, I don't wanna
Everything
rank-
falls apart at the end in Suicide Squad, but there was
I gotta get you for that.
completely falls apart. Oh, you got to get him on. Yeah, it complete. Listen, I don't
Trash.
knock him. Yeah,
the pop lock dance.
like he said,
ending.
when the boss is voguing,
Right.
everything like what's happening.
video
right
game
now.
boss battle?
Yeah, it's just bad. But BVS, man, ugh.
So my rank is Man of Steel's number one,
Okay.
hands down, not even close. The runner up, I'm gonna go with Justice League for the number two.
Wonder Woman number 3.
Wonder Woman's number 3.
Now against Dicey.
Nope, it's not dicey because I actually thought about this all day.
Jeez.
I'm gonna go BVS and then Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So Man of Steel's number 1 for me.
Oh well, yeah,
Justice
that's
League
right
2.
because you did watch BVS 10 times to understand
Yes,
that
I
it's
own
a
that
brick.
movie now, and I'm giving it that because of the
You watched
director's cut,
Yeah.
and that makes it a little bit better, just like a hair.
It still don't take away Martha and the Jolly Rancher, though.
And it doesn't take away Lex.
Eisenberg,
and
but
you can't
we'll talk
you can't
about that.
fix.
But
you
there's
can't
nothing
fix that.
redeeming about Suicide Squad for you.
There's no cut. You know what I mean? So I can't. All right. That said, let's wrap this thing up. We're
Absolutely.
gonna score this thing 1 to 10. This is what the people need to know. This is why they tuned in.
My score from 1 to 10 is it wasn't even whack.
It's not a score.
That's a
No
score,
cheating.
yo.
No
It
cheating.
wasn't even whack, yo.
What
He's
is
just,
it-
he's
what is
just
that
adding
score?
a new score.
From 1 to 10, I'm gonna say I give it a 7.
A 7. Okay. All right. Strong. Pass the test. Mr. Woods, what do you give this thing?
For me, I scored a 7.5, and I think that's probably a rarity that I've ever scored anything higher than like LeVar. And I'm pretty sure you have a
Yeah.
score. So
Because I'm not gonna say it's great. It's not without its
I mean,
flaws.
it's all,
but
it's all in
entertaining.
your opinion.
So it's high
obviously.
up there. It's not a whack movie. If you go see it, you will be entertained.
I
You
agree.
understand? It's not perfect by any stretch of the means.
Exactly.
It's not the best superhero. They didn't reinvent the wheel, but they're on the right track.
Exactly. I agree. I do recommend it. I say you can go out there and you will find complaints with it and you won't like everything about it. But hey, 7.5.
You ain't gonna ask for your money back, basically.
Yes, I will say that I am anxious to see what these guys do next. But before I get to that, I am gonna score this thing a 7.5. I think 7.5 is a good score.
Good barometer?
No. F that. 7.8. I want to give it a little bit more.
There you
a little
go.
bit more. It's
I
not
like
an
all
8.
this
Always be that
stuff.
guy.
It's not an 8.
Yeah. I don't know
But
about
okay,
the
so
8s.
that said, it was an enjoyable movie, and I think that everyone will want to see what this crew does next,
forward.
and it's a good jumping off point. And if you were upset with how you felt Superman was portrayed in the previous movies, which I wasn't, but if you were, this movie is a course correction. They have gotten the characters. And that said, right before we sign off, I will say the last thing about this film is stay for both of the end credits. There's one at the beginning of the credits and one at the very end.
Half the people left when I went to go see it. I was just like, y'all are stupid.
Stay to the very end of the credits. And that said,
people are used to the BS.
It's just like, yo, you don't obviously don't watch comic book movies if you're walking out of movies. It's like,
well, no, when you see one, you think you can go, but not everybody's like invested that way.
Very true.
But if I can get back to my closing monologue,
maybe
that has been on the Real Reviews. That's another review is in the can. This is BVS. We all seem to have given it a passing grade.
BVS?
Not Justice League. But if you're watching
now,
this
don't
video,
feel bad about my spoiler about Superman.
Take a moment to like on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Tell your friends. Share this video. It helps us out a lot. And again, we thank you for coming along with us on this journey. And we have more videos coming soon. There will be a spoilers discussion coming very soon that you can watch after you've seen the movie and formed your own opinion. And we'll likely get into arguments. And it'll be very esoteric, so that'll be fun.
Steve with the big words.
Yeah. Esoteric's not that big of a word, but again, thank you guys for coming. And there's more shows on the way, and you can look out for this weekend for our Walking Dead review show, as well as our weekly news show where we discuss everything in the world of TV and movies. And with that, we are out of here.